There we go. Most people will probably be aware that the paranormal activity knows no bounds when it comes to certain stories about video games. But then again, since I took this off the Creepypasta Wiki, you can probably tell that it never happened. The narrative goes as thus. It was around early spring when the weather was getting warm and the snow was all dried out. I was playing some old Nintendo 64 games, two of them in particular being GoldenEye 007 and Star Fox 64. While I was playing Star Fox, Slippy Toad was of course annoying the hell out of me for wanting me to destroy an enemy fighter that was on his tail. I was exhausted of doing the same routine over and over again, so instead I made pointless attempts to shoot him down. But this was odd, because I actually shot him, and it hit through the glass of the cockpit. I then saw frog guts spilling out and a very disturbing red substance that began to form into what looked like gigas from Mother 3. The game then proceeded to give me an answer from Peppy, who remained sitting there. Suddenly his eyes began to bleed, and soon I saw black sockets. I could hear the blood-curdling moans coming from him as he attempted to tell me to do a barrel roll. This scared the hell out of me, but it only became worse. Falco came up and started hurling insults at me as if Peppy's death was my fault. My jaw dropped, and I proceeded to shout at the game to stop what it was doing. Then Falco's eyes began to bleed and his stomach spilled open, revealing the internal organs that almost made me hurl. I immediately ripped out the game cartridge and smashed it with a hammer, and I sat down on the couch. I literally began to shed a few tears due to the gruesome result. Why did those characters suffer like that? What caused all this to happen? But most importantly, I realized that I bought this game off of eBay, and the seller seemed a bit strange. About a half hour later, I emailed the person who sold me the Star Fox 64 cartridge writing, "Hello, the Blood Killer. Recently I ordered a Star Fox 64 cartridge and received it, but the game was messed up with a very disturbing scene that occurred while I was playing. What the hell is wrong with this game? Did you hack into it and replace some parts of the game with those bloody videos and images? If not, I am sorry to accuse you, but I must know where these came from. Sakur Guy 79." I waited all day for a reply because when I ordered the item, I received an email to him I waited all day for a reply because when I ordered the item, I received an email from him just 15 minutes later thanking me for purchasing his game. But no reply whatsoever, not even to a quick note. I ate supper and decided to go to bed. Before I climbed in, I looked at myself in the mirror and my eyes were bloodshot. I was extremely stressed, and I know this incident couldn't drag on forever. Soon I found myself asleep, having a dream. In my dream, it was dark and stormy, and I was approaching a broken, ruined house. Apparently I was in a suburban territory, in a place I didn't even recognize, but I didn't want to disturb anyone in their homes. So I wandered into the house and found most of the furniture torn up and ruined. One odd thing, however, was that I saw a statue of Slippy Toad from Star Fox 64 in the center of the dining room, as well as a small model of an R-Wing. Lightning flashed after I noticed, and both disappeared at that direct moment. I blinked, thinking that all this was real, and decided to lie down on the couch. That's when I began to hear strange noises emanating from the upstairs bedroom. I slowly descended the staircase, and I was seeing shadows that looked like Falco and Peppy. So I raced up the stairs more quickly. I found the youngest member's bedroom and found a television playing the same videos I saw when I was playing Star Fox earlier, and a sticky note on the television that only read, "Run." At that moment, I was beginning to hear voices whispering to me as if they were coming out of the shadows saying, "Get out of here." They sounded like the voices from Batman Arkham Asylum. I then got the hint as I raced down the stairs and briefly glanced into the dining room. As I ran, seeing those shadows of Peppy and Falco and that statue of Slippy. Once I ran out of the house, however, the sky was red and I saw in front of me an executed Fox McCloud with Slippy, Peppy, and Falco standing by his body. They were all missing eyes and holding large axes. Not only that, but the houses were all broken into, tons of dead bodies burning on the ground. Falco slowly approached me, saying, "This is all your fault." That's when I woke up, sitting up straight with an MP5 in my hand. I usually have that gun in my hand when I sleep, in case of something unexpected. Glancing around my room nervously. It was morning, so I proceeded to get up and go to my television. I turned on the news, and I saw a broken home located in New Jersey that looked exactly like the one I saw in my dream. The name of the owner was Harold Winslow, but the news reporter said most people refer to him as the Blood Killer on eBay, where he formerly sold tons of old video games. Inside the house was a statue of a video game character that looked like Toad, dressed up as a space pilot from Star Wars. I noticed too that on my coffee table was the Star Fox 64 cartridge, and it was prepared from the hammer smashes I gave it the other day. I looked at it and decided to send it to a distant country so I wouldn't have to see the bloody thing again. I now live in peace along with the rest of my 64 games, and I can only hope that no one stumbles across that cursed Star Fox cartridge ever again.